18! What's that Tiger game? What's that Tiger?
So did you guys all take time off of work?
No, we got fired, all of us.
Oh yeah, you'll see a lot of Resistance and Ratchet.
I love Ratchet.
To my first left is John Fiorito, and he's been with the company for a very long time, and is now our Chief Operating Officer. How long?
Since '97.
Since '97, so 14, almost 15 years now. To his left, no introduction needed, Ted Price, the founder of Insomniac Games. Continuing down the line, we have Brian Algeier, who was the creative director on the Ratchet & Clank Future games, and worked on all of the other Ratchet games in Insomniac. I believe you were on one of the Spyros too, right? Spyro 3, started with us during Spyro 3, and was a designer on the Ratchet & Clank games and eventually creative director. And finally, we have one of my favorites, TJ Fixman, senior writer at Insomniac Games, and he is the writer, he wrote A Crack in Time, Quest for Booty, and is now writing Ratchet & Clank All for One as well.
Have you guys had any hands-on time with the NGP? And if so, what are your impressions? And if so, are you going to be bringing Ratchet & Clank to that platform?
You know, Insomniac's totally focused on PlayStation 3 and now Xbox 360 with our game next year. So we really love the home console experience. We didn't do the Ratchet games on PSP. We didn't do the Resistance game on PSP. So you know, we totally support Sony if they want to bring Ratchet & Clank to the NGP, but it's probably not something we would develop in-house.
Ratchet & Clank All for One, was it hard to like switch to like the gameplay, like the original Ratchet & Clank gameplay formula? Was it hard to transition to like the Ratchet & Clank All for One? How it's like third person, or it's like it's not really a third person game, but was it a hard transition to from different gameplay styles?
That's a great question. I can just say it took a lot of work. Our team in North Carolina had to basically start from scratch and rethink, you know, not only how the game worked, but how a person would play the game and how four people could play the game together. So, but I think it was a really rewarding challenge. And if you play it out there, you can see for yourself.
Out in the world, and then we listen to what happens when it comes back. And we took that and we brought some stuff from R1 to R3, which we let go, but the fans want it. So the weapon wheel's back, our spaces are a lot less linear, some of the old favorite weapons are back, but we've also like changed them all, massaged them all so they work better than ever. It's just a constant iteration. We're never looking at anything thinking it's done. It just keeps going. Yeah, having regenerative health is nice because you can stop whenever and just reset the setup. Yeah. So you can just duck out of cover, into cover, and then be completely safe 2 seconds later. We decided to go back to it because we wanted to really focus on the humanity. You know, Hale went from a human to more of a superhuman, really, in the second game. And now we're working with a new character, Capelli. We wanted to get back to where he's a little bit more fragile, he's a little bit more under the gun, and the Chimera are really a threat at all times. Yeah. It's difficult to do, you have to balance a lot more, you have to test it a lot more, but we felt it was the right move for this game.
Joseph Capelli, our hero, the last Sentinel, lives in Haven, Oklahoma with his family, and their primary strategy for surviving the occupation of the Chimera is to hide, to stay hidden, to avoid contact. And unfortunately, during the course of this level, you'll see that you've been found out.
For this particular design, it was Cameron. So he would come to me and tell me what the gameplay is going to be like, the particular powers of it, and then I have to make that fit within the matrix of chimeric lore and chimeric design. So I did the initial drawings, and I did a bunch of different heads. Some way more alien, much more original, much stranger. But the stranger ones weren't working because it didn't feel like part of the chimeric ecology. So I had to dial it back to what we had essentially, which is a giant chimeric gorilla.
In this case, his particular heat stacks were actually located on his chest and on his shoulders, and so that's why, you know, when he overheat, he rips it off, showcasing like the damages on it that was done on the heat. You know, it's one of those characters that he changes state from, like, you know, he goes on all fours, climbing on things and stuff like that, which is pretty cool.
Not only did we want him smashing through the environment, a lot of his attacks are like fire-based air-fuel attacks. So he has an air-fuel grenade that he can launch out, he can run and stand on top of buildings and fire a barrage of air-fuel grenades out. If you get close to him, he'll do a double fist, like smash into the ground and create a big aerial effect fire blast. If the player gets close to the Hulk too, and like gets punched by that Hulk, you can get knocked into walls, into cars, and all kinds of stuff. So we really want to make this guy up-in-your-face visceral more than a lot of the other characters that fight at range.
Hey guys, as I said earlier, it's awesome for all of us at Insomniac to have you guys spend so much time with us. I know, again, a lot of you flew a long way. You in the front row who have been up for the last 60 hours or so straight, you know, hanging in there, thank you. So it's helped us as a company grow by getting in closer touch with our fans, either personally or listening to what people have to say on our forums, and just getting feedback in general. It's what we thrive.
Same industry. Same industry. All right, man.